Are you excited about fall in the garden? Maybe this year's oppressive weather has gotten you down and you haven't gotten your feet back underneath you again, but I'm going to share with you 7 reasons to be excited about fall in the garden. And by the time we are done with these things, you are going to feel a little extra pep in your step. Hi you guys, this is Nicole from My Carolina Garden. My garden is located in Growing Zone 8B and I am in southeastern North Carolina. If you find inspiration in this video, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel and hit that like button for me. Even though in my mind, I think I want summer to last forever, fall is actually one of my favorite times, especially in the garden. And the reason is because the air starts to crisp up a little bit, the humidity gets blown away, and our gardens can get a refresh, both in color, texture, ease of getting rid of the bugs that we had a problem with this year, etc. So even though as gardeners we may favor spring actually most of all, we're going to walk around the garden today and we're going to look at some inspirational fall ideas, and I'll show you why fall gardening deserves just as much excitement as spring. The first thing that has me excited is the idea that we get to change out our planters. We get to take out those tired summer annuals and repack our planters full of vibrant fall color. We're talking warm tones like orange and red, even deep pinks. Coleus is a tried and true plant, I have to say, because it comes in so many different colors that if you have Coleus already in your planters right now, you may be able to keep that and instead add in other complementary colors to go along with it. Or perhaps you have a planter that has some things in it, but you've already had to yank out some of the summer favorites because they got destroyed by bugs. Oh my gosh. This planter itself right here, yeah, I have some pretty vinca still showing through. I have some sweet potato vine that's trying to come back to life after it was nibbled down to nubs by a rabbit. But I need to add some fall punchy impact in here so I can feel like, yeah, my garden is being refreshed. Everything inside this urn planter right here had to be yanked out. Now I just have the purple heart in here as a placeholder essentially because I have a lot of it. But this needs to be something awesome for fall, and its companion planter right beside it. Yeah, the Plectranthus actually stayed and the ivy actually stayed, but I can use some awesome punch. Maybe some orange in here, like the orange coneflower could be really awesome. Maybe some decorative cabbage that has the purple veining throughout that'll bring the purple from these flowers into it. The possibilities are absolutely endless, but I'll say that as the temperatures begin to cool, my excitement for changing over my planters begins to rise immensely. And the idea of even redecorating our front porches with our fresh planters, ooh, that's exciting too. Number 2, and this one is huge. It is the changing of the temperatures. There's no two ways about it. Gardening in southeastern North Carolina is hot and humid and can be quite brutal. And for a lot of us who live in the South, I have a lot of Texas gardening friends, for example, Alabama, we kind of don't go out a lot and get a lot of gardening work done in the summer because the weather is just too oppressive. We are sweating through our clothes left and right. It just makes the jobs a lot less fun. The drops in temperature make it so much more enjoyable to be outside. So much of it is breathing in that crisper, fresher air, the coolness on our skin, digging, weeding, planting. All of that is so much easier when the weather cools, and it's not just good for us as the gardener, but it's also great for the plants we're putting into the ground. Number 3, seasonal plant hauls. Who doesn't love an awesome experience shopping at the nursery? And right now, when the fall bloomers are being put out in massive force, and not just mums, by the way, we are also talking about things like coneflowers, decorative peppers, decorative cabbage and kale, all sorts of things, snapdragons, violas, pansies. So many things that are adding instant impact and instant color to our gardens. These are the types of things we're not waiting for them to come out into bloom to really show off. But as soon as we bring them home, boom, things are opening up, because these are not the type of plants that we're looking to plant this month that aren't going to shine for 3 more months. That is not the growing season that we're in or the planting season that we're in. So we're going to get these things home and right away get that instant impact into our garden spaces. This could be things that we're planting into the ground, because fall is a fabulous time to plant, or it could be again in those containers where we're making instant impact. And also we can add in fun little items, decor items, pumpkins and other things into our front porch displays, our gardens, and our arrangements as well. Again, boom, instant impact. Number 4, and I want to say this one's a big one, but these are all big ones. These are all fabulous reasons to be excited. Fall is a great time for planting perennials, shrubs, and trees. The soil is still warm and the air is cool. This is a great time to start planting things like your perennials, your shrubs, like this sunshine ligustrum behind me, because their roots have plenty of time to get adjusted into the ground before any kind of major heat stress. So I would argue fall is probably the best time for planting and even beats out spring in that way. Let's think about how quickly we can change our curb appeal by planting in the fall. Because again, it's a fabulous time for our plants to get established and we're getting that instant color and impact into the garden. So if we're doing any work in our front yards where we're adding in some colorful perennials, let's say, boom, they are automatically there for the show. Another reason to love this season is you get to decorate for fall. And we've already kind of hinted at that throughout these other things. Imagine your front porch display. Imagine little vignettes that you can create in your own garden spaces. The blue bench that I'm sitting on is one of my favorite places to create these little vignettes. You can set this area up and create your own little photo shoot of this area if you want. And it's so much fun. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I love creating vignettes in my garden spaces. So if I can theme an area out and then really get it fancied up with lights and decor and my most favorite plants and the perfect color, it gives me a theme to get into, and that's exciting. We can think about the wreaths that we put on our front doors, or maybe heck, our back doors, and corn stalks and scarecrows, and of course pumpkins and gourds and the many varieties and colors pumpkins come in these days. You can be as simple or as festive as you like, but all of these things add up to warmth and an inviting look to your home, and largely because the tones we're using are warm earth tones, and warm earth tones make you feel cozy and invited and welcomed into a space. So it's kind of like built-in awesomeness just with fall's color palette. Fall foliage and garden textures is something else that really shine this time of year. And when I say fall foliage, I don't just mean the changing of the leaves on the trees. The way the plants change and foliage changes this time of year adds additional interest, texture, dimension to the garden. Like our ornamental grasses start to come out with a fall look as well. Some of our later summer flowers may still be here, but they get to combine with things like the dragon's breath celosia, whose foliage is so vibrant red, and mine still haven't even bloomed yet. So the best is yet to come on those plants that are joining the whole garden space. Then of course we have shrubs that change, like this kaleidoscopobelia begins to turn a more rosy color. We get reds and oranges and pinks added into our foliage that was before more green and red. Now right behind me I have the weeping yaupon holly. Now something that plant is going to do is starting to put out berries, because then these berries are going to transition into red berries for winter interest. So the garden and the foliage of the things that we already have all begin to change in a brand new way. Number 7 may be last, but it's certainly not least. It is having to deal less with garden bugs and disease. Oh my goodness, after this year, which was crazy. We're talking about dealing with things like powdery mildew, black spot, bugs like mealybugs, which almost threaten to take down my entire coleus alley. Oh my goodness, I am thrilled for the cooler temperatures to come in, so we are dealing with less oppressive heat, humidity, better air circulation. Oh man, while it's certainly more fun to talk about the colors of fall and the decor that I can add into my garden, it feels so relieving to talk about things like having no more bugs in my garden, eating my plants, destroying my things, etc. While at this time, right now, I probably still have daytime temperatures that are other people's high summertime temperatures, but I am at least having overnight lows that are dipping, which is great because in the summertime, my nights don't even dip in temperature. So it's like a constant battle of that heat and, like I said, oppressive humidity that has just been a bear to deal with. So now my plants are feeling some relief. I am feeling some relief. I can get out here and tend to them better. And of course, I don't have as many battles to fight. So those are my 7. The list is short and sweet, but to the point. I hope you've gotten a little bit of extra excitement for this fall season that is coming our way. Like every day we're inching closer to more beautiful color, to more reviving in the garden, and to us feeling a little less tired after all that we dealt with this gardening year. Thank you for watching. As I said, please subscribe, follow me on social media, and until next time, you guys, happy planting.